What's up, everybody? Just like that, and we are back. I know you all were asking, Priscilla, when you coming back on? Priscilla, what's Old School Tuesday? Turn Up is coming back on. Guess what? Tonight, Old School Tuesday Turn Up is here. Everyone, welcome to episode 48. And I'm your host, Priscilla Watley. That's how I do it over here. And yes, I did say episode 48. And hello to everyone out there. And I know you guys are ready because you guys have not seen me since January. And you guys been asking when you coming back on, when's your show coming back? Guess what? It's back tonight and we about to turn up. We about to have some fun. We about to act the fool. And you know what? I got a guest on tonight, man. She's off the chain. Oh my gosh, her voice is oh my God, so sweet. It's so pure and beautiful. Without further ado, you all give a warm welcome to the one, the only. I'm talking about Miss Meli'sa Morgan. Hello, Miss Morgan. How are you?
Hi, how are you? How you doing?
We got sound effects, honey. We gonna have sound effects all night tonight. We gonna act a fool. And welcome to Old School Tuesday Turn Up, episode 48. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
You know what? I'm good. I'm blessed. No complaints. I had an amazing weekend. Just having fun yesterday. I just having all the fun because one thing I think you and I have something in common. I said fans, and one thing you probably can relate to: if you stay gone too long from your fans, what happens? They start to miss. They wonder like when you're coming back. Do you go through the same thing I go through?
Oh, I've gone through people coming up to me and saying, "Are you still singing? Are you still singing?" It's like, oh my God. I mean, come on now. Let's not be ridiculous.
That's what I'm talking about. I just want to go ahead and say, Miss Morgan, you look beautiful tonight. I love you. You look so beautiful. Love the makeup. You look so beautiful tonight. See?
I just, I don't have no eyelashes. I, just want to come. I'm at home. We're chilling. The cat might come and jump on me. You just never know. So
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like about having artists on the show. I like it because when I tell artists, when you guys come on, I like to do the interviews you guys at home because you feel relaxed and the fans get to see you in your moment, your or everything. And I love that. And hello to everyone that's on. Look, we already got fans. Look, this is what happened, Miss Meli'sa. This is what they do to me. They already come in and they already ready. Tracy, what's up? Hello to all of you all. And we got the one and the only Miss Meli'sa Morgan. Episode 48 is going on tonight. So let's go ahead and get this started. They don't want to hear me talk. They want to hear your story. They ready to hear what you got to say. So before you've been in this industry for so long, way before I've been alive, I can tell you that. But before that, in Mother's Day is actually almost around the corner coming up here. What is something that your parents taught you, get the advice they give you, and you still have it in your career? Basically you still have it today in your career.
Save your money. Save your money for that rainy day. Yes, and everybody will tell you, even my BFF, darling, she'll tell you, that girl probably got the first penny she ever made. Yeah. Hi, Mommy. It was my mom's birthday. And, usually I put something up on social media. Her name is Margie Morgan. And that's my dad, JP Morgan. Hi, Daddy. But anyway, they're both gone. And usually I put something up on Facebook, like I said, or the social media for my mom because I'm at my house in South Carolina and I plant a flower for her. But we was at my condo in New York here this year. So I didn't put anything up for her. I just had a private celebration for her. But her birthday is on March 23rd. So happy birthday, Mom. So I'm glad you put the picture up that I can say that to her, publicly. I love you, Mom. Rest in peace. And that's my dad, JP Morgan. But that's what they told me. Save your money, watch your business and keep learning. Keep learning. You're never too old or you're never too smart to keep learning because you do not know everything. Yeah.
I like the way you said that. You guys heard that from Miss Meli'sa. She said, "Save your money." Thank you, because I needed that advice to hear that. But you're not. You're right. Because look, I learn things every day, and to have you artists on here, I learn something every time. You guys drop so much gems and knowledge and things that you all were
Yeah.
saying. I take it in, especially with the young people, because as you can see, young people today are just out there in the wild. But if you don't have that knowledge and someone who can drop gems on you, like take advice when people give you advice, take it and learn from it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I see so many young artists. They get a record, they get a hit record, and they think it's going to be like that all the time. And I tell you, you'll be surprised how quickly, especially with social media and everything, how quickly you're hot this minute and you're not this. Everybody thinks they're going to come out and be Beyonce. I mean, in our day, we all thought we were going to come out and be Diana Ross or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But uh, uh, that's one in a million. So if you want to be in this business and be consistent, you have to learn how to do that. You have to walk that fence and constantly be out there. Learn social media. Like I said, save your money. For the first time, I have my own record label. I had to invest in myself. Usually, people do that for me, but now this is a whole new game. Independent is taking over. So you really have to. You're never, like I say, you're never too old to learn, and don't think that because you're right here and you're making that money like this now that it's going to be like that every year all the time, because it's not. You're going to have your highs, you're going to have your lows. Hopefully you'll sustain and you'll have many hits and you'll be in this business, like I am for 30 something years. But if you don't, you have to figure out how to make that work. I've seen artists, unfortunately, take their own lives because they're hit and then they don't know what happened, and you know what I'm saying, and then they go back and have to move with their mom or with their parents, or they're back in the projects or whatever, and they're like, what happened? And they can't take it. If you go in this business like it's a job, it's a job. When you have a job, you make your money, you save your money, you use your money, you invest your money. You can't wear all the nice, $1,000, $50,000 chains and stuff like that, because after a while you're gonna have to sell it, and if your name is on it, it might not be as much as when you got it.
Yes, yeah, girl, you better keep talking. Look, you got Tracy here made it up here. Tracy just said, "Speak the truth," and you had Marilyn Green, my girl Demara. She was like, "Yes, you better say it, honey. You got the girl. You preaching. You can preach all. We can listen. You talk on it. Go on. Just keep going. We can listen. You
Hello.
I
yes,
mean, we all see it. We all see them wearing the Christian Louboutin, the Versace, the Gucci's, and the Birkin bags and stuff like that. And just 5 years later, it's like, what's up? So yeah.
girl, you better speak the girl. You was not playing. That's why I love you, because let me tell you, I remember last year, Clubhouse, they were in there and they were talking to you. And you gave all kind of advice. And I'm like, man, she's down to earth. And she does not, she don't hold nothing back. She's speaking the gospel. I'm like, how come we don't have artists like that anymore? Like, Jesus Christ.
Uh, Artists today are different. They're different. You know, they they're brands more than artists.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? I hate to say that, but they're looking for. I hate everybody wants to be Beyonce. They want to have the Ivy Park. They want to have the clothing line. They want to have the jewelry line. They want to have the makeup line. You know what I'm saying? They want to be a commercial. Everybody wants to be the next Nicki Minaj. And, it's everybody doesn't get that. They don't
mm.
get it. So be you, do you. I mean, I'm trying to write a book now. I go to Aruba every year, and I have thousands and thousands of pictures of me in bikinis. I'm trying to write a book about being in Aruba in bikinis, and loving yourself no matter what size you are and stuff like that. And it's not easy. It's not easy. Yeah. I have to go out there and search and find stuff, and okay, you did the book, tell me what I need to do, and because people ain't giving advice now, they keeping it all to themselves. They not giving you their contacts.
You can say that again. But no, there was something you just said. You might want to repeat this so we can people can hear you. You just said a quote. Be you, do you. I like the way you
Yes,
said it. I like the
yeah,
way you said it.
yeah. You have to. You have to. You know, don't uh, always. We have idols. I mean, Shaka Khan was my idol. I always say that. And recently, she had a birthday. Happy birthday, Shaka Khan. We have our idols. Some of my idols have passed away. Aretha Franklin was my idol. She, she's gone. We have idols. We have people that we have to look up to. But we don't try to, be them. You still have to be yourself. Yeah.
Yes, but before, let's go back because we all know growing up in church, I grew up in church. I'm not gonna lie, I was not a singer, but I sung in the
Yeah.
choir. But I can't sing. I had my own little lead song. You know, they make you when
Oh,
your
get
kids.
out of here.
Girl, yeah, girl, I was embarrassing. It was my aunt. She gave me the song. Everything gonna be all right. I can't sing. I don't need to sing a tune because you sing way better than I ever can. But
Okay.
growing up, growing up in church, though, for you, did you like? How was that experience for you? Do you still remember the very first song you sung in church?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Growing up in church, well, we lived across the street from the church that I was a member and got baptized, Mount Horeb Baptist Church. And when my mother couldn't go, the neighbors would come. Oh, you can't go, Miss Morgan. The other kids going, yeah, they going. They dressed. Just walk them on over there. Because it was the village that raised the children. So we would go over there, and my mother, there was a young lady. Well, she's young then. She still looks young to me. Conrad Washington, and she was starting a choir. She was starting a community choir rather than a church choir, because most choirs come from that church, Mount Horeb Baptist Church Choir, this church choir, that church choir. She wanted to start a community choir called the Starlets of Corona. So we belong to the whole community and not just one church. And my mother walked me up there, on a Saturday, because they was audition. She said, "You going up there? Because I don't want to be worried about you on the weekends." So she walked me up there, and here she is, and she's going to join the choir. And that was it. Miss Hamred took me in, and she said, "Well, your mother walked me, so you have to come up here every Saturday and Sunday." And she gave me a song to sing called "I Must Tell You." She said, "Go home and learn it, and next week come back and let's see what you do." And I learned it. I learned it word from word, lick to lick, affectation to affectation. You know what I'm saying? And when I came back, I sang it exactly like the record. And she was like, "Okay, give me a minute." And her mother was outside, and Miss Washington went out to her mother and said, "Oh my goodness, we got a singer on our hand." And she told me that years later. She came back because they were so excited. It was like, "Oh my gosh, she can learn a song exactly like the song." And she actually came back and he said, "Okay, you learned it like the record. You did really good. You sound good now." And my name is Joyce, in case people don't know. But how would Joyce sing it? And I was like, wow, I don't know. And we worked on how Joyce would sing it later on, how Meli'sa would sing it. And that's how I can learn a song the way it is and still make it my own song thanks to her. Yeah. And
No,
that's
wow.
what I did with Do Me Baby.
We gonna get into that because that's the baby love making music. I ain't gonna say no
Yeah.
more. That's it. Baby love making
We'll get to
music.
that later.
We get to that later. We get to that, but because we're gonna get before then. But for being a young girl, you got the experience studying at the school of Juilliard. How did you get so lucky?
Well, here's the thing. I graduated early from my high school. I went to John Brown High School, and I graduated early. I graduated when I was 16, and then I went on the road for like a year. I went to Canada and toured for a year. When I came back, I did some sessions and stuff like that. But oh, I remember that. Where'd you get that picture from? Oh my God! Let me tell you. Oh, I gotta tell you about that picture. That picture right there. I think I stayed in that group for like a day. Oh my God, what's her name? Oh God, I gotta remember. But I stayed in that group for like a day. We did a couple of rehearsals, and me and her are friends now. Oh, what's her name? It's gonna come to me. But me and her friends, like the young lady in the middle. But I was in that group for like a day because she got on my nerves. Ow. Oh my gosh, she got on my nerves and I quit. After we took that picture, I quit. I said, I quit. I can't. You're too much drama.
So you see
But anyway,
the picture of the little
Oh,
girl.
hell no.
yeah. But anyway, going back to Juilliard's, when I came back to New York, I did sessions and stuff like that. I felt like I was singing and didn't know what and why I was singing. So I went to Juilliard to learn music theory, to learn chordal structure because I was singing and I knew what to sing. I had perfect pitch and I knew it, but I didn't know why I was singing it and why, you know, A goes with C and C and D might clash, vocally. I didn't know why that was happening and why my voice is in A, and you know what I'm saying? So I went to learn chordal structure and music theory, and it was a blessing. Yeah, it was a blessing.
That's what's up. Do you see the little picture of yourself, of the little girl? You see that picture?
Yes, yes, that's elementary. Elementary. Hey Joyce. Hey Joyce, no teeth in the front of her mouth, but she cute? She just is cute. And my
Tell
mom
everybody.
used to press that. My mom used to press that hand. Gotta have that bang. I was like, okay. I don't know. She could have pressed my hair a little bit better on that day. I love you, Mom. My mom. Did your mom press your hair, girl? My mom would press my hair. I mean, that fire would be hot and that comb. Oh, she always burnt me though, but I loved
Oh,
her.
you see that, oh, I know what you're talking about. You sit at the stove, then you sit there in the
Yes,
chair, and you have to have a towel
yes,
behind you, and they take it out the old
yes,
school way. They take the burn out the burner,
yes. Oh my Lord!
and
And
then
to
you
this
grease.
day,
You
I'm
never
like,
put the grease on, you and I can both say back then that's when you could really you like own a person's head. Nowadays we got this is so in it because I ain't got no shame in
you
my
know
game.
what
This
I'm
is so
saying? When I see, I don't let nobody straighten my hair. Even when I see the straighten, I'll be like, okay, all right, if I know what you're doing, because I've been burned many times in my life. My mama. And then they had the little curlers. And click, 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 the curl.
well
And
now
you had the little
everything
curls in your hair. Oh, I loved it. I loved it.
everything has changed because now you know you got the flat irons. I ain't gonna lie. Where I was yesterday, I was on set, and the girl, true story. Yesterday, I was on set. The girl comes over
Uh-huh.
here. And I heard, I'm like, girl, what the fuck are you doing? Because she put the Sprint sauce, and I heard, I'm like, whoa, what the hell is wrong? I'm like,
Oh,
come on,
I'm
man,
telling you.
come
I'm like, now if I want it straight, I'll just get the wig this straight.
on. Not the wigs that is.
If I
I'm
want it
not.
curly, I'll just get the wig that's curly. All right,
Girl,
leave it up there. But
you know what's
there's still a hairstylist. They love my hair. They always want to know where I get my hair from and blah blah blah. But even with this, they want to curl it, but they still want to play in it. So
I don't feel it. I don't feel it because the first time yesterday, was my first time having a wig on. They said, "You like I said, this is a sewing boo. This is a straight. I ain't got no shame in my game, y'all. This is a sew. Bringing them
okay. Oh,
wear
it's nice. It's
sew.
always a nice. They take a long time though.
So it is, and I
They
ain't
take
got
a
work
long.
now. However, my hairstylist sometimes wants to come near my actual hair. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
come on, girl, you better get away
It's
from
like,
the
is
edges,
it the
boo.
And it's so funny that the perm is not enough, right? The perm, because when I go to a room, I always, perm my hair with ponytail and stuff like that. And, but anytime I'm with a hairstyle, they want to, you straighten it just a little bit more. It's like, oh God.
Girl, I wasn't the only one about. Did you know that perms are not relaxers no more? I just got one last month, and I don't feel like I had one. They used to, you could put it on, you're not right about 6 months, and your hair still be smooth and
I
gentle. And
know they last like 2 weeks. They last like 2 weeks now.
I thought I was the only
And
one
you know,
relaxing. I thought I
I
was the
do
only
the beach, so
one.
I make it last for a little bit longer, you know what I'm saying? But I do the beach and the water and everything in the room because I have a place there. But I'm telling you, that's really where I let my hair out and do the ponytails. But they don't last as long as they used to.
They don't, girl. They don't. But you know one thing about power of social media, I swear I can go to Instagram. They got all kind of hairstyles now, and it's just nothing. I'm because I grew. I'm born in '87. That was a very good year for me. But I was born. A
Okay.
queen like me was born. So I grew up in the '90s and the 2000s. So my mother
Okay.
used to plait my hair, braided up, and like. And then when I started doing my own hair, it's like, yeah, it's not like it used to be. But when I used to start getting relaxers, I'm 35 years old, and I still get relaxer. My hair still burns a little bit. I'm like, oh hell no, don't touch my head. Like,
Yeah.
but I still do relaxers. They don't be, girl. They don't last like they used to. Relaxers, you in the
Yeah.
'90s and the 2000s, you could put them on. It'd be good for 6 months. Now you put a relaxer
Yeah.
on 2 weeks later. No, you don't get the
Yeah.
same
You
results.
need a touch up.
That's
Yeah. Yeah.
suspicious.
Yeah.
Touch up. Girl. See, we here with the works. Is you know what? Speaking of, I gotta get me a touch up pretty soon. So I ain't gonna lie about that.
You already know.
Interview. I'm gonna text him my hairstyle. I need to touch up because I'm telling you, signs. You went through that gel down, some edge control, boo, girl.
Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. You know, we saw something with Simone. I've never really liked it anyway because I haven't had that texture here. But we saw something with Simone about talking about the all the women, you know, with the baby hair, and she said it's a violation if you're over 50 with baby.
Girl, did you ever see the one with Chris
You're right.
Rock?
I was like, if you're over 50, don't do the baby hair. Don't do the baby hair wig. Let me tell you, where did we go? And everybody, I think it was Florida. We went to Florida, and I'm telling you, we in the stores and my fiance would say every store we went in, everybody was asking, "Who did your hair? Where did you get your hair? Who did your hair? Who did it?" And we was like, "What is going on?" Because everybody in Florida wears the wigs with the baby hair, with the baby hair, with the baby hair, and the texture of the wigs is not as good. The hair is not as good. And it was like, "Who did your hair? Where did you get your hair?" And when I say New York, they say, "Oh God, I want to go to New York," because every girl in Florida has the baby hair. And so we just, like I said, we just saw Simone's, Samore's new comedy special. And she said,
Right,
honey, there's got to be a rule to this baby hair thing. If you're
right.
50 and you still wear baby hair, you're violating.
Girl, have you seen the artists today? I ain't trying to be funny, but these girls would have because I don't like my hair straight down the middle, but they have it straight down the middle, right? And they had the swoop baby hair to the side going too much,
Yes,
baby.
yes, yes.
Come
I can't do it. I
on,
can't.
you're doing too much. It's
Yeah,
not giving.
yeah, yeah. We got to put that to rest. We got to lay that to rest, y'all. The baby hair's got to be laid to rest. There's some fashions and some styles that come out. They're cute, but right now the baby hairs I think have to be laid to rest. We got to rest in peace. Da, da, da.
Period.
How many
No, no,
hairstyles?
no more baby hairs, y'all. No more baby
But
hairs
for
in the
real,
wigs. Let it go.
Miss Meli'sa, but for real, how many hairstyles can you count for real that you went through during your career? You can honestly say.
Oh God, I can honestly say at least 500. Yeah, at least 500. Yeah, because I
Woo.
change colors and all that. At least 500. But I like the bigger, the bigger Wilder, hair. It's
We
more
got
me.
pictures for those.
Yeah.
We gonna get it. We got pictures of those. And everybody at home, everybody down here making comments. Everybody's people. One person said chemicals. That's right. It is chemicals. Because that. Did you ever see Chris Rock's good hair? He talked about he went overseas and they talked about what black women are getting relaxed. They put that stuff in their hair and we're not supposed to. I'm like, who? Because I get perms. Like, what y'all talking about? I get one. Shoot.
Yeah,
I
we
like
we
them
we
for sure, though.
look, we've been getting straightening was a natural type of perm, but then after that you got the baby perms. We've been getting perms since we were babies. So now they
That's
talk
what
about it causes cancer and stuff. I don't know. I don't know about that. I've never but they say it does now. But I guess that depends on how much do it and what you're putting in. I guess the lye ones had more chemicals in it than the no line, because everybody's using the no line now. So,
Yeah.
I think it's better for you. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think we just woke everybody up. They in here talking about what? Let me tell y'all something.
I said, okay, let's get back to the career. Okay.
Right, but
Oh,
this is
but
you being you.
you girls need to know about here, because some of y'all is wearing it wrong. You need to know. You need to know. We
Right,
teaching you too. We teach you a little something, something. You know what I'm
right. We
saying?
are.
They-
Like we are like I'm young, but is you got to know about it. But we both experienced some. We have something in common. Relaxes. We didn't got perms and got that hot comb, and it's like I
yeah.
have wings today, but it's so in right now. But y'all need to know that. If y'all want to know about these artists, know about something we can relate to. Hair. A black woman's all we always
Yes.
gonna have
And
something when it comes to hair.
and this was good. I never talk about my hair. People always ask, where you get your hair from? I'm like, tell now, I'm never going to tell you that. I'm never going to tell you that. But there's lots of places that you can get it from, people online and stuff like that. I'm never going to tell you. The only thing I'm going to tell you is have fun. Have fun with
Exactly.
it.
And like
Hair
what
is not. Yeah, you don't have to. What you're born with doesn't mean what you have to live with anymore.
yes.
The hair that you're
Yes.
born with doesn't mean that that's the only hair that you have to use anymore. Now the hair game is huge. Billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars, and creativity and colors and all kind of stuff are being put into the hair industry, so that we can be the people that we want to be with our hair, and wear different looks and have fun and do that. So do it. There's nothing wrong with it. Do it. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I wish
I mean,
that
Look at Cardi B, her hairstylist. I go to her page all the time. Tokyo Style. I don't know if you heard of her. Tokyo Style
mhm,
does Cardi B's hair. I go on her page all the time and see me. She is like the ultimate hair person. She's just, to me, she's the ultimate hair person, with what she does with Cardi and what she does, with herself. So we learn. We live and we learn. Yeah. Listen, my fiance be telling me, no, we need some color with that outfit. Let's go get some hair.
that's
Come
what
on,
I'm
baby,
talking
let's go get some hair.
about.
We need some
He
color with that
knows.
outfit. Uh-huh.
He knows. Like, I mean, honestly though, but I don't know about you, but I feel like as much as black women we spend on our hair, we need to have. I would love to see black people have their own hair stores, but we know that can hardly ever happen anywhere.
Yeah,
But it needs to
yeah,
happen. We need to have our own hair, sell our own stuff, but it won't happen.
yeah,
It won't.
yeah,
It won't.
yeah.
But I like what you had said though. People like you said, I ain't never been on no interview. They talk about my hair. That's me. That's how I get y'all to talk. That's how I get an artist to talk. And look,
That's
everybody,
right. Right.
and Miss Meli'sa, everybody, all the women have made comments. I'm joining the conversation. Heck yeah, they talking about something we can relate to. Yes, we are. We are talking about something you all
Yes.
can relate to. And that's very fair, and all right, Demara, well, I see you, boo. Hey, honey. But oh, someone said Tokyo style. All right, now everybody's loving it. But
They
that
love
picture,
Tokyo Style, child. Tokyo
yeah,
Style is huge, 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 huge. They follow her. She's getting ready to go out on the road and tell people how to do their wigs and stuff like that. She is the ultimate. She's the ultimate right now. Yeah.
yes. I was going to ask you not only the kid picture we had up, but the group you was talking about, the girl in the middle that you only stayed in for the day, the group we just showed. Tell everyone what this group was. This the Shades of Love, that group?
No, no. Oh shoot! It was one of Patrick Adams' groups. I can't. Oh my goodness. It's Christina something, and she was with the group. Push, push in the bush. Push, push in with that group. Yeah, yeah. And I can't remember the. Yeah, and she was the singer. She was starting the new group because the other girls had left, but. Um, we like I said, we're friends now, but back then I was like, I quit. Sorry, I quit. You just too much. I
She
can't. I
was on
can't.
it for one day. At least I'm being
And,
honest in that group for one
yeah,
day. I'm good.
and
I'm good.
Yeah, you do, and I don't want to say anything about anyone because that's what she needed to do to make us a Christina W something. Yeah, yeah. It's just I just can't remember her name. And Patrick Adams just he passed away recently, and he talked about her all the time. But yeah, it was that group, and I was like, okay, well I'm gonna be in that group, and we did a couple of rehearsals and took the picture, but I think the chemistry just didn't gel. So I was big enough to say no, this is not gonna work for me. It might
Mhm.
work for somebody else, but it's not gonna work for me. So and I wish her luck and went on about my business, yeah, and became who I am. Yeah.
Yes, yes, girl. Do they want to know? They already probably like, when y'all gonna get to do me, baby? Because, like I said, girl, that's making love, baby, making music. They don't make music like that no more. I'm just saying, they ain't to my, that's what I grew up on old school music. When Quiet Storm come on, it's time to get under the covers. It's time to get in
Yeah.
the mood. And here comes "Do Me, Baby." I can't
You
sing.
know,
It comes "Do Me, Baby."
yeah, it was that time. People were making those kind of songs that that created real and good love. That's what's missing. That's what's
Hmm.
missing in the songs now. They make the songs, but it's not creating good love. And I was talking to someone. I said, yeah, and some of them can sing. Some of them can really, really sing, but the message and how you deliver it, you know what I'm saying? That right there, that's sexy. Come on, you know what I'm saying? We was delivering what we was singing about. People are making songs and they're not delivering the style and what they're singing about to make it believable. The song is good, but the image doesn't go with the song. And we did that, and I still do that. I just did the Apollo, and we did something, and 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 that's what bothered me. And Do Me Baby was during that time in the '80s. That's what it's about. It's like, well, if you're gonna do this sexual thing, then you better come out and be sexy and deliver it. And that's what we had to do. The record companies worked with us to make sure we had that. They gave us the money to make sure we had that. They gave us the money to go on tour to make sure we look like that, and that our stage show was like that. If Meli'sa Morgan was going to be that sexy thing, then that whole show had to be that. And that's what it was. They don't do that now. Yeah. Yeah. I kind of miss that. I kind of miss that. Now they throw in a couple of dancers, but if we dance and we do that, then we'll be good. And it's just not the same. I didn't have dancers. I didn't have dancers. It was just me and that dress and that hair, and that voice. And that's what they wanted because that's what I was selling. They don't sell the songs, the image with the song now. Yeah.
Someone
Yeah.
asked,
You can look at that and say, yeah, that girl that's the Do Me Baby girl. Yes. You see what I'm
yeah,
saying? Yes. You believe them. Yeah.
someone asked, what made you redo Prince's song, and what did he think of it? Did he like it as the fans liked it?
Yes, yeah, yeah. Well, I used to say that Don Grissom was the president of Capitol, but he actually was an A&R person, and he was the one. He had Do Me Baby on hold for 2 years before I signed with Capitol Records. And when I signed with Capitol Records, he said the next female R&B singer that I signed has got to do this song because my time is running out. And fortunately, that was me. So Don Grissom made that happen, and Paul Lawrence did a wonderful job of producing it and making it what it is and all that. And he did something that wasn't done then. The repetitive do me do all that, he did that. That was all his creation and his baby. So I thank him for that. But again, it had to be my voice and my image that had to make that happen. And Before that, I used to wear braids, and then when Do Me Baby came out, it was like, oh no, we got to have the hair and the dress and we've got to sell this thing. And so that's what we did. And I met Prince, and I met Prince several times. He wouldn't take a picture with me though. I don't know why, but he wouldn't take a picture with me. But he was always cordial, always very nice, and he always said, thank you for a great song. And I would always tell him, I said, it's your song, you wrote it. And he always say, no, but you made it great. So that's a big compliment coming from him.
Yes, that's what's up. But my my song is "Fool's Paradise" because it's an upbeat
Oh,
song. What? Because that I love upbeat music because it gets you the Fool's Paradise
I
gets you
get
in the
it.
mood.
Uh-huh.
Hey, hey, what really inspired you to record that song?
Um, Lisette Wilson and her writing and the way she played. Me and her had come from the Shaka Khan school. She was a Shaka Khan's musical director, and when we left Shaka Khan, me and her became friends and started writing songs and stuff like that. And then when I got my deal, I was like, well, I want Lisette to come in and write with me. And we just had a chemistry as a musician, singer, and songwriter that really worked. And she came up with that groove, and I would record at night. She would record during the day. We had our own studio. We were one of the first, female production teams that had our own studio and everything like that. And Freddie would come down there, Freddie Jackson, Genovia Jeter would come down there and record and look for songs. And people would come and look for songs. But when she did Fool's Paradise, that day she just did that groove. And I don't know. I thought about Shakala, and I always tell Shaka I thought about her with that because I always loved her Fool's Paradise, but it was a little bit more modern. So I like the title, but we just changed the content and the melody and to make it more, again, more Meli'sa. So we did that, and we didn't really think much of the song. We was like, oh, this is nice. But I'm telling you, New York, I was out on the road with Freddie touring, and I came back to New York, and we were doing Radio City, and I was doing my show. My girlfriend said, oh, God, New York can't wait until you do Fool's Paradise. I was like, Fool's Paradise? That's not in the show. And she was like, "Oh my God, girl, this is the number one song in New York City." I was like, "You're kidding me!" And we turned on radio. The radio was playing and everything, and I literally added it to my show when I got to New York. And when I tell you, 5,000 people jumped up out of their seat when that bass line came on in the beginning. I was like, "Oh my God!" I didn't even know it had that kind of effect on people.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it do. It does. Even when D Nice plays. When he did Club Quarantine, I was when he first started out. He played all the old school music. Of course, I'm a huge fan of old school music, old school artists. That's why the show's called Old School Tuesday Turn Up. But and he plays Fool's Paradise, or he's playing
Yep.
Love Changes with you and the late great Kashif. Oh my God, don't give me. Oh my goodness, that song. And or he's playing Do Me Baby. Everybody goes crazy in there. And it's like you really listen to the words. Like you created songs and people, artists today, they don't get that. Like they don't get it. Like you're supposed to, when you create the song, we're supposed to understand what you're saying. Like really feel the music, feel the lyrics, feel the beat. It's like we
Right.
don't get that today. But when you did your music and your songs, oh, you can play your song right now. Like I was in club last weekend. They played your song. I'm sitting there like, oh shoot, time to turn up, time to turn up, time to turn up.
But let me tell you, D Nice just did the Apollo. He did the CQ3, and he
Mhm.
put out the bad signal for me. He was on air and he put out that signal. I need Meli'sa Morgan. Where is she? Find her. And I'm telling you, for like a week, people are, Meli'sa, D Nice is looking for you. Meli'sa, D Nice is looking for you. You know, and I'm like, wait a minute. I just spoke to him in California. I was supposed to go to his show in California. So I hit him up, on his phone. I was like, hey, I hear you're looking for me. You put the bat signal out for me. And he says, yes, yes, yes. My people are going to call you. We get ready to do the Apollo. But it was confidential. We couldn't tell nobody that we was doing it or anything. And so last Saturday, we did D Nice CQ3 at the Apollo. Me, Christopher Williams, Fat Joe, Busta Rhymes. Oh my God, it was so many people. Oh, Big Daddy Kane. Oh, a special ed. We had the best time, and his thing was, oh my God, when Food's Paradise come on, they're gonna lose their mind. They're gonna lose their mind. And he wanted to do Food's Paradise before Do Me Baby, and I said, no, 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 no. You can't do that, because if I'm only doing two songs, you gotta do Me Baby first, and we gotta end with them, crazy with Fool's Paradise. And he was like, oh, I don't know, Meli'sa, I don't know. I was like, trust me, trust me. Do you know that Do Me Baby, Christopher Williams, he came out when I did Do Me Baby, and he said, I came downstairs because the building was shaking when you came out and started singing Do Me Baby. And D Nice had to come down after Do Me Baby and give me a hug and say, you were right, now let's get him. And we got him with Food Paradise. And when we did Food Paradise, the whole place, I'm telling you, it was just electrifying. So I'm going to be doing some more things with D Nice. That's my guy. Thank you.
That's what I'm talking about. Now I seen the video. You dressed in all red with the slit, honey. I seen it. I seen I follow you on Instagram. Yes, you had the red eye.
Yes.
Actually, you know what's so funny? I follow someone on Instagram, and they were right there in front, and I got to watch it because nowadays you can just do the social media. You can just go live at a concert. That's why I'm like, what's the point of going to a concert? You can just stay home and somebody else will be at the concert. You can just watch it on Instagram. You sitting there like you really there. You just sitting there listening and watching like, heck yeah, this the performance.
No. There it
Yeah.
is. There it is. And, oh, let me tell you about that hair, girl.
Go ahead,
Oh my,
tell
let's talk
it.
about that hair. We saw that hair in the window.
No, not the window, girl. Not
I
the
saw that
window.
hair in the window, and where I go, I can't tell you where I go. I'll tell you afterwards. We saw that hair in the window, and the lady never takes anything out of her display. Never. She's like, no, I don't. We don't mess with the display in the window. And I said, I got to have that hair for that dress. And as a security guard, he says, okay, well, you got to have the hair. And he was like, you have to have it. I said, I have to have it. I have to have. He said, well, who are you? I said, I'm Meli'sa Morgan. And he said, Meli'sa Morgan, do me, baby. You know what I'm saying? And I said, yes, and I have to have the hair because I'm playing the Apollo and nobody, no, and that is the hair. And he went and told the lady, and she was the only one, and this is why she doesn't take anything out the window, because the window is so small. She's the only one, because she's like 90 pounds, and she's the only one that can crawl in the window and get the hair and do the thing, and she doesn't want to do it, during business hours. But she crawled in the window and got the hair. And I thank her so much. I'm going to give her some props. So just follow Instagram, and you'll see who it is. But I'm not telling everybody.
Girl, you
Not yet,
convinced
anyway.
You convince. She told me Meli'sa Morgan, do me, baby, convince them. And I'm getting that wig. So you convinced her.
Yes,
Go ahead, girl. Go ahead.
yes,
Yes,
and a little bit, and she's an Asian lady, and she's very small, and she's, oh God, and, because the other girl tried to climb through, and she couldn't because the window was so small, and the Asian lady, she's like 90 pounds, and she crawled through the window and got the hair and brought it to me, and she said, okay, you have a good show, you have a good show.
girl, you bad. Meli'sa
And we
Morgan, you
did.
bad, honey. You bad. Girl, you better go, honey. Yes, girl, you better go, honey. You was like, I want that wig right there. Like, I'm like,
I
listen, more. I
gotta
said,
have,
I
yeah.
want the wig. Period. You
Yeah,
let
and when
them
we
go.
when we matched it with the dress, we said, "Oh my God, it's perfect." And I mean, it was like past my butt, excuse me, it's just like almost down to my knees. It's like, yes, we did.
Girl, girl, you better go, honey. Yes.
And again, it's all about the style. I love people like Tamar, and like I said, Cardi B and something that sell the whole image. You got to sell the
Mm,
whole image. Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
But the one thing I noticed, and it's something I grew up on before Club Quarantine. I see there were shows like Soul Train, Showtime at the Apollo, American Bandstand, but I was a Soul Train girl, and
yes.
I asked every artist who's been on here because they all appeared on Soul Train. I gotta ask you, what was the experience like for you being on the hit show Soul Train?
Oh, Don Cornelius was wonderful. I think I was on there just a couple of times after him, but the most of the time that I was on there, he was still on there. He was such meticulous care. He cared about the music and the artist. Again, and how we were presented was important to him. How we was presented, how we looked. He had hair, makeup. If you needed clothes, he would send out and get clothes. Thank God I never needed the clothes. I had the clothes. But he had hair, makeup. If you needed your nails done, whatever, because he wanted us to be presented fabulous. And I loved him for that. If anything was out of place, he would say, no, we have to do it again. Oh, I saw a little something here. Or oh no, that didn't look good. Let's take that again. And I love that show. I love the dance. I actually saw one of the dances, the Asian girl with the long hair. I did the Soul Train cruise, which I'm gonna do again. I don't know if it's 2024 or 2025, but I saw her and we just hugged because she remembers dancing, on Do Me Baby and all of that. And remember, she had that long hair and she was fabulous. And it was a wonderful experience to see black production like that. It was really he was the excellence of black production at that time. Yeah.
Yes, and girl,
Oh,
they go to hair, girl. They go to hair.
now, see, I'm like you. That was a sew-in. That was sewn in. I had a girl named Ginger Child. She sewed that hair in Andre. I still have Andre. Andre said, "You want to sew it?" No, it's too much work, child. But that was a sewing. Yeah, yeah. And
Mm.
there was more and more and more. And it just kept getting so big. The one time, they was calling me the bobblehead. I said, "How much more hair you gonna put on this?" Yeah.
I have shown. I love it, honey. The one thing I have noticed, we showed a picture of Club Quarantine, but it was the audience. And the one thing I noticed is the audience. For you as an artist, how do you prepare yourself before you go out on stage? Is there a ritual you do, like a prayer, before you go out and perform?
Yes, yes. You always have to pray over the gift because
Hmm.
everybody doesn't have the gift. You have a gift to entertain and make people like that happy and dance and sing and have a good time. You pray over the gift. You pray that God continues to give you, the fortitude and the gift, to send out. Because that's the thing. There are some singers that sing. I call them inner singers. I'm not an inner singer. I send it out, and that's why people jump up and they want to dance and they want to touch me and they want me to come in the audience. And, you know what I'm saying? And they want to do all that because I take the gift and send it out. I'm not an inner singer. There's some singers that are inner singers. They just want to stand on the stage and just do that. I'm not like that. I'll jump in the audience and let's all party and let's all have a good time and let's just feel this energy because it's God's energy. It's God's gift. At the end. I'm just the vessel. Yeah.
Do you ever feel like when you're on stage, do you get excited or nervous? Or you get like, for me, I ain't gonna lie, before I start interviews, before I come on, I be actually nervous. And a lot of people don't know that. They just found out. I'm nervous when I do my show. Do you ever feel like overexcited or really joyful or very nervous or scared or anything?
Um, I don't get nervous about the singing. I get nervous about the situation.
Right.
I don't know. The Apollo, you might have a little jitterbugs, but then you get but you get nervous about I'm singing at the Apollo and I want the Apollo and these people to love me. So I get nervous over the situation more so
Mhm.
than I'm nervous about my singing. Because I practice enough and do what I need to do. It's like I always say it's like a tennis player. A tennis player practices and practices and practices and practices. You know what I'm saying? So that he has all the skills. So I have all the skills, but what makes him nervous is when he's playing at the U.S. Open. You see what I'm saying? So it's
Mhm.
the situation that makes me nervous more so than the skill.
I'm
That's what's
so
up.
glad. Trouble don't last always.
Y'all are funny. I'm sorry.
Everybody, oh yes I am. Trouble don't last.
What is that?
That's Tomboy for you. That's Tomboy. That's what he do. That's what he does. That's we gonna come on here. We gonna have some fun. We gonna turn up. There was one thing I know about him. That's his thing.
I'm sorry.
Is
We're getting over cold because I've come from South Carolina to New York. So, if I don't want to, that's what my nose. Yeah.
yeah,
So,
you good.
excuse
No, you
me.
good. You good. Everybody's enjoying you.
Okay.
Everybody see the women. They was stuck on the hair thing. Like they was enjoying how they
They
talking about
love
hair.
that.
Hair. Imagine if we would have started into the nails and the makeup. We would have been another. I wouldn't have cared. I
Well,
don't
we
care.
need to
I
do that. We
we
need to
do. We
do
don't.
that.
We
And
really
maybe
do.
do
How
a
often do you?
class. Yeah.
Yeah, how often do you get your
Yeah.
nails done? How often do you get your nails done?
You know what? I used to go to the nail place all the time, but I don't go as much as I used to. So because I like doing my nails and putting glitter and stuff on it sometimes myself. So I might go like once a month or once every other month, and then I'll do it myself because I like flowers. So I'm in the dirt and doing flowers. So I can't do those dragon nails no more. Them days. Let me see your nails, girl. Let me see your
I
nails.
where's the right here? Here
Oh,
we
you're
go.
good. Okay, that's good. See, I can't do the dragon nails because I'll be in the dirt. I have a cat. I wash dishes. I have a fiance who loves to cook, but I gotta wash the dishes.
Oh, you don't cook?
And
You
I
don't
can't.
cook?
Huh?
You don't cook?
I make
No, you
I
don't.
make certain. I make cheese in the morning. He'll make like soups with noodles, and he makes stuff for me. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so my family's from the South, so I like South food. Fried chicken, green beans, yams, collard greens,
I don't do
cornbread. That's
fried chicken.
you don't do.
I don't eat chicken. So yeah, I don't eat chicken. I don't eat no beef, no meat. I just eat seafood, salads, and pasta. Yeah,
You,
basically. Yeah, I don't eat.
you do.
Oh, and you know what? I do eat. And people, let's talk about this. I know you're gonna get a lot of comments. I like frog legs.
I haven't had that. I haven't had. No, I like crawfish. I
Frog legs.
like
I'll eat frog legs. I don't eat chicken. I haven't eaten chicken. Oh my God. We're going on maybe 20 years. I don't eat